Yes, them here. This is Boom Boom, aka World Boom, the Billboard selector, and me I represent for Ryan LFC. To get the latest Reggae Boyz content, just hit that like and subscribe button. And the Operation Ball Game, I say, knock it, Ryan.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan LFC. Back again, guys. Another top shelf preview for you guys today. Liverpool versus Southampton in the Premier League on Tuesday. It's going to be a tasty one after Manchester City dropping points again to West Ham. West Ham were so unlucky. Many people will say City were unlucky too, but I want the Liverpool fans to believe the quadruple is still on. We don't have to win by 5 goals. We don't have to win by 4 goals. All we need to do is just to collect 3 points. That's the most important thing. We don't need to risk injury. We need to just continue winning, collecting 3 points. So, viewers, make sure you share your thought down in the comment section. How do you guys feeling about Liverpool winning 2 trophies so far, the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup? We defeat Chelsea twice on penalty shootout at Wembley. If you are Liverpool fans, you should be happy. You should believe the quadruple is still on. But without further ado, let's bring on my guests. Welcome. I really appreciate it. Cup Talk TV. How are you doing, man?
Yes, my boy. Big up Ryan LFC. Make sure people you smash that subscribe to Ryan LFC. Thank you very much for the invite, bro. Yeah, what a day it was yesterday. Looking forward to getting back on track for the Premier League. But yeah, what a boost it was today to see City drop points. But look, it was never off, Ryan. It was never off. Let's go again, and looking forward to obviously talking all stuff Liverpool Southampton. Thank you again for having me on, bro.
I appreciate it, man. But how do you feel about the season so far? Still in the Premier League title race and still in the Champions League final. Win 2 trophies so far. How impresses the Liverpool this season so far?
I just think it's the fact that we're only now shining light on the depth that we've currently got. I think because we've been caught in a world in which we've been compared so much to Manchester City, to Chelsea, this depth hasn't been given the respect it deserves. And I think the transfer of Luis Diaz, getting him in there is just giving us a new lease of life. And when you consider whether or not we win the quadruple, to put respect on the fact that we're still in this conversation on May the 15th, I mean, it's something that, is unseen in football so far within the English football pyramid. I mean, Ryan, we both know ourselves how difficult it is to win the Premier League. The league is so strong. But to also mention that we were also in the Champions League final, to not only mention that we've gone on and won the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, what a season it's been so far. 2 weeks left to go, and I'm looking forward to each and every game, and it's going to be end to end or right the way through to the end. But what I've made of the season so far, it's been a success. Whether we win 2 trophies and fail to win the following 2, I'm still happy with what we've delivered across the season.
Most definitely, man. When you look about, we're getting to the Southampton game, but we want to talk about some individual award Liverpool gets season. For us to sit at second in the Premier League so far, you know what I mean? We have 2 games. Manchester City have only 1 game to play. When you look at the individual award we get so far, Trent, Young Player of the Season, Klopp, Premier League Coach of the Season, Mohamed Salah, PFA Player of the Season. How good is this? Liverpool always dominant individual award. What made Liverpool so great with these individual awards and not City?
I'm not too sure, mate. I think it's the system that we play. I think it allows players to express themselves. And, when you see, like the likes of Trent, Robertson, the license is a perfect example that they get on the flanks where they can just bomb up forward. Although it does leave us exposed. I know Trent's often under scrutiny, but I think he's often scrutinised because he's English and he's in the highlight of the English media. Whereas Robertson, although he's a better defender, he's probably not as much in the limelight because he's Scottish and he classes more of a Scottish citizen. And whereas you have Trent, you have that Reece James debate, Kyle Walker, and they're just waiting for Trent to sort of slip up. But I think going back to your point, I just think the license that these players have to go on and express themselves I think is why, you know, we see, you know, players getting, you know, like Mo Salah getting the goals and assist return that he's got this season. You know, you have Trent, who's getting an incredible number of assists, Alisson getting the clean sheet, although, you know, he's been caught a few times in, like, you know, 1v1 situations due to the high line that we play. There's no one better in world football that can deal with those 1v1s than Alisson. You know, the centre halves, clean sheets. You have Thiago in the middle of the park, and we all know that he loves to ping it. You know, he just expresses himself. And it's just a really attractive model. And I think that, you know, that expression of each individual in that football team is testament to the, you know, the license that Jurgen Klopp gives them. So I think it's a system thing, but it's also, you know, a cultural thing. I think it's, you know, that morale that he instates within the dressing room, I think, is detrimental to how, you know, we see these players play on a day-to-day basis, really.
Yeah, and this is what I'm picking up on. Trent is the first English player in England.
Yeah, mad.
Has won the complete set bridging. That's a big achievement at the age of 23. And when I hear people talk about Trent, I hear you said about the English media. But I keep on telling people that if Trent born in Brazil or Argentina, it would be a totally different ball game. What I offer to Liverpool going forward, and them never have the balls, rival fans and people on television, the analysts, them never have the balls to look at what he has done this season. He has been improved in him defense. Many only see, oh, he made a mistake again, but look at how many block he make yesterday in that big game against Chelsea. Same thing in the semi-final against Manchester City. He has been much better in defense.
Yeah, he has exactly. And I think, you know, those blocks that you've alluded to there, you know, and those on another day, if he gets them wrong, they're goals. They're goals. You'd expect Chelsea, with the firepower that they do have, you know, to execute them. You know, he's been popping up with little blocks here and there, and, you know, showing a lot of signs of improvement defensively. I don't think he was a bad defender anyway, but the more he's showing it, I think it's just showing up the people who doubted him defensively. And I don't even think he's a bad defender. I just think he does get exposed a lot on that side because, you know, when you have Andy Robertson as well, you know, that English media point as well. Andy Robertson, I'd like to think that, you know, most people would agree that, you know, Robertson may be a better defensively than Trent, but that's not to say Trent isn't a good defender in himself. I still think Trent has a lot of years left in him, and like, he's completed the set of 23. And I think if that was anyone else in the right backs who plays right back, I think they'd be getting a lot more praise than Trent, comes to get. And I think, you know, Ryan, mate, we could be seeing Trent in a few years' time, and he would have completed the set maybe 2 or 3 times. Hopefully, if we keep on this successful run, like Trent, he's just a world-class player. End of story. Attacking, offensively, defensively, he's got it all in abundance. So, yeah, what a player.
It's a time now for you to see him start to play consistent for England, though.
Yeah, 100%. I think obviously Southgate is a bit stubborn to the idea of maybe playing Trent because, you know, you have Reece James, Trippier, who naturally play in a back five. You know, most weeks for the club level. So when it comes to Trent Alexander-Arnold, they think, oh well, you know, Reece James is a bit more experienced, and you know, Gareth Southgate is a bit stubborn in that department in terms of giving players more of a chance. You know, even James Ward-Prowse, I mean, we'll talk about it now in terms of a big threat he is for Southampton, but I don't even think he's given enough opportunities by Gareth Southgate, and he's just one of the many players that I don't think gets that opportunity. I'd like to think that Trent does get more chances to prove himself on the national front, but I think if he keeps showing people up, which he's continuing to do, I think it's more fool on him. And I think, you know, Trent will get, you know, the respect and the credit that he does deserve, and that will come with England places, I'm pretty sure. You know, he's 23, he's got a lot of years on him, but there's no doubt that Trent should be having more England appearances considering the quality that he obtains as a football player. So he should be played more, 100%.
Yes, before we get into the Southampton thing, I want to talk to you about 2 more things. Talk about my captain, Jordan Henderson, the first Liverpool captain to win 6 different major trophies. I'm telling
you, exactly, man.
The amount of disrespect Henderson get, I am so glad he reaping the benefit. Over the years, have to stand up with these Liverpool
Yeah,
fans.
exactly.
What this guy has bring to this Liverpool team, the leadership. I got him. When him just take over when Gerrard, that's a big boost to fill. Gerrard, brother. And it just take time. Many of time when Klopp coming in, people say Jordan Henderson will be drop out of this Liverpool team. And he showed them that, listen, he have guts, he want to play for this football club, and he's going to give. Every single time he go on that pitch, I'm going to give 100%. Because at the end of the day, he's not the most gifted midfielder, attacking. But why him going to give you heart and soul? That's what I love about Jordan Henderson, man. Oh, good Jordan Henderson has been good for Liverpool this season.
Oh no, he's been incredible, and I think the leadership that he shows, the age, the experience, what he's had to go through as well with his father as well. I think it's just testament to the character and what type of presence that he has on this Liverpool team, and the win rate with and without Henderson speaks for itself. We win more games with Henderson in the team. Obviously, you have your Thiagos who are technically much better than Jordan Henderson. But, what you say, Jordan Henderson is a perfect representation of what this Liverpool football club is all about. Hard work, winning every ball, leadership, sportsmanship. He's got it all in abundance, and he's got trophies to his name as well. And I just hope that he can continue to establish his status as one of the best captains of this football club.
100% spot on. Finally, the last thing before we get into it, bro. I listened to Jurgen Klopp press conference after the game, and I'm telling you, he said, if he knew Thiago Alcantara is so good for the last 6 years at Liverpool, he would have signed him earlier on. How good is Thiago this season? I tell him, say he's one of the top 3 best midfielder in the world right now. I know Toni Kroos, I know Ali Majid, but they are not on the farm that Thiago in this season. This man make Liverpool click. He know when to slow it down. He know when to step it down. How good is Thiago for Liverpool this season?
Mate, when we watch this player, I mean, it's mad to even think that this man was called a flop last season. What he does he's incredible, mate. Every time I watch him, the amount of touches he gets on the ball, he reads the play 2 or 3 seconds before everybody else. He sees the space, he can pick them passes out. And you know what? He works his socks off as well. When you look at the running he gets defensively and as well as going forward, I think he's a perfect addition to this Liverpool team. And obviously, if we signed him a few years ago, maybe we could be sitting here with a few more Champions Leagues, Ryan, because this player was something that we would have dreamed of having in terms of maybe the finals that didn't quite go our way during the start of Jurgen Klopp's tenure at Liverpool. But look, we've got Thiago Alcantara now. We've got a few more years of him at least. So let's hope that we can get the best out of him and keep adding trophies to a name of which has won many trophies across Europe. He's just an incredible player. What a player this season.
Fantastic, man. And also, Thiago said, if Jurgen Klopp taught him how to run, because remember,
when
when him at Barcelona and Bayern Munich, this team is not a team where run a lot. They are more position team who keep the football. Yeah. And to see him come at Liverpool, remember, Thiago is an icon when you sign him. He's a born winner, win so many trophies at Barcelona, so many at Bayern Munich, and then to come at Liverpool.
Yeah.
To them system, different type of way how him play at Bayern Munich and Barcelona, and to come and run for Jurgen Klopp, that show how much these players respect Jurgen Klopp. If it wasn't 100%. For you, listen, man, when you have world-class player and them can adjust for the coach and for the football club, that simply means they respect the club and the coach running the thing. But he was a boss yesterday, man. It seems like he cannot get tired. And you're talking about these some look tight space. He finding some key pass today as Mane and Salah. Oh my God, this guy is good. And he know to control the game. He know when to step it up. He know when to slow it down. He run, he tackle. Thiago, I am so happy you at Liverpool. I didn't know
Yeah.
I am going to see another midfielder like Steven Gerrard and Xavi Alonso. You are right up there with these two wonderful midfielder we have. But people, make sure you guys smashing the like button. I pin Cup Talk TV in the comment section. So if you guys can just click on the link in the comment section right now, I would really, really appreciate it. Go over there,
Thank you.
subscribe, show him some love and thing. But massive game for Liverpool this Tuesday. I'll be honest with you, Salah came off in that final and Virgil van Dijk came off. City dropping points against West Ham today. So unfortunate that West Ham didn't get the 3 points, because I believe that West Ham get it to go 3-1 up with Mikel Antonio missing that glorious one-on-one opportunity. Where how you feel about that game today, the City game, and how confident you are going into this Southampton game?
Yeah, 100%. When I watched that West Ham game, doing the game, obviously to concede 2 goals, you just thought, oh, it's only a matter of time before City score a third. You know, this is what they do. They have that penalty, and you know, I was one of the only ones that were confident about it, but I wasn't going to be surprised anyway if Riyad Mahrez slotted it. And I do believe that, Ryan, there was football gods were telling us something doing that penalty miss. That could be decisive, because we come into this Southampton game with a big boost. We could be coming into that Southampton game on that Tuesday. Winning the FA Cup, yes, it would have been brilliant. But coming into that game going, well, Southampton, City won on Sunday. You know, it's mathematically very difficult for us to go on and win that league now. And although during the game, when they went and conceded the 2 goals, I was thinking, right, that's not great. We could have been, you know, level on points with them if we win our game against Southampton. However, I think, Ryan, this could be a blessing in disguise. I want you to hear me out, because if we were in a situation and in a predicament where we had to beat Southampton at St. Mary's, we're coming into this, and I heard Ishmael talk. I don't know if you, Ishmael of Weird and Wonderball, and he said it perfectly. He said, if we come into this game on Southampton having to win, and we're also competing with the goal difference, it could be a Crystal Palace all over again, in which we're 3-0 up, and God forbid, we just implode towards the end because we're just chasing the goals. Now, I want us to win this game on Tuesday. That will give them a boost. Coming into the final day, I think it's a case of just win your game against Southampton, which will be very difficult in itself, because Southampton, last home game, we want to finish strong. Got nothing more to play for now, so it's just about just finishing off with pride. And yeah, I just want us to go in that game. Obviously, we've got a few little injury doubts and few injury problems there as well. But I think coming into this game, not necessarily having to worry about the goal difference, just go in there, getting the 3 points, which is just required, taking it into the final game, and we'll just use the Anfield crowd to get that ball in the back of the net. And let's hope that Steven Gerrard can set up his Villa team with 2 blocks of 5 and just prevent City from scoring 1. Just prevent, be an Atletico Madrid, do a Diego Simeone, learn lessons from Antonio Conte, do whatever, just sit behind your line. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. But Ryan, it's still on, man. It's still on.
So, I hear you, and I understand. With City dropping points today, what would you be? How would you start? Line up this Liverpool team against Southampton, because really and truly we have to rest a little bit of legs. We'll play 130 minutes and player probably look fatigued, Van Dijk look pretty. How would you approach this game knowing that we still have a deep squad, player we can get the job done? Would you make a lot of changes in this game?
I'd make a few changes, Ryan, but I wouldn't make loads of changes. And the reason I wouldn't make loads of changes is because what we tend to see is if Jurgen Klopp makes 4-5 changes, the rhythm slightly goes, and the last thing we want is Southampton going 1-0 up. So although, you have to rest and rotate, considering it was a big game on Saturday in terms of the length at which these boys played, at a very intense game against Chelsea, I think Alisson will start in goal. I think the left back maybe Costa Tsimikas will start. I do think it could be, if Virgil van Dijk's cleared to be fit, I don't think there'll be any change on the right back position. So provided Van Dijk's fit, I'm going to go Tsimikas, Van Dijk, Matip, and I'm going to go Gomez right back. I could go Trent, but I might go Gomez. Actually, I'll go Trent. I'll be careful. I'll go Trent. In the midfield, yeah, I'd go for Trent just because, although, you know, he's had a lot of minutes, maybe because Andy Robertson was rested last week, maybe it could be a turn for the other side. I'm not too sure how Jurgen Klopp approaches it, but if Virgil van Dijk's fit, maybe Gomez comes into the fold. If not, I don't think he's going to overload that back four with three changes. I think he'll be 1 or 2 maximum. So I'm going to go Van Dijk, Matip, and Trent. I'll just say Trent. I think Henderson will slot in the 6. Milner, and I think it will be... I have a feeling that maybe Thiago could be rested for this one. I had a small little feeling. He just looked a little bit fatigued towards the end, as did quite a few players. So I think maybe Thiago could get a little bit of a rest. Naby Keita come off, I think, during extra time or just before. So I think Keita could have a little run out in the St. Mary's. I think Salah will just be rested for this one. I don't think Jurgen Klopp will take any chances, especially with the Champions League around the corner. So I think maybe Jota will start. I think Mane, and I think Diaz. So Jota, Mane, Diaz. Maybe even Firmino makes a start. I'm actually going to go Firmino, Mane, and Diaz. Firmino, Mane, Diaz.
Fair enough. I think Firmino kind of look a bit rusty. So this would be a good game. And we're going to need creativity. Firmino can be creative, but I would love to win this game, but I don't want to see a whole heap of changes in this game because that's the last team. Liverpool is a team that is a rhythm team. The more game them play, is better for Liverpool. And exactly. I don't want to see us changing too much, Bridging. Because if we change too much, it's going to be a problem. You understand? So I don't want that to happen. Be honest, I don't want it to be happening because I want to put the pressure on them. I want to see how good is this City team. Can they play under pressure? Beating Southampton 3-0, 4-0. That's going to put a lot of pressure on them. So that's the thing, bro. That's the thing. I'm too minded right now. What I want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly, mate. And you know, I think because we've got the squad and the quality in abundance, I think Jurgen Klopp can make these changes. But you said it perfectly. You know, we're very much a rhythm team in which you can't commit to loads of changes because at the end of the day they backfire on you because players are coming in, they have to adjust to each and every the players around them, the settings, the environment, and things are made that little bit difficult. So yeah, do you know what? Whatever team Jurgen Klopp starts, I know will be strong. I will not lose that much sleep over it because at the end of the day, we've still got quality that can come off the bench if we start a more depleted team. But I don't want to even say depleted team because it's still at a high level. So, look, whatever team Klopp starts, it'll be strong. But I don't, like you said, I fully agree with you. Do not commit to 6, 7 changes. I don't agree with that whatsoever. Maybe 2 or 3, maybe even 4. 4, you're pushing the boundaries, but definitely not over 4 for me.
Yeah. I don't really want to see too many changes because I still think we have a chance and we're high is still on the Champions League. So we're kind of in a lot of what we want, and all of these things. So that's the next thing, man. So bringing Laser.
Yes, finally I get here, man. Respect Ryan for having me on your channel. You hear me good?
Man. Yeah,
it sounds a bit low on your side. Maybe let me switch my fan off because it's a bit hot in here. I'm in my studio and it's a bit warm. So yeah, man, how's things?
Things is great, man. What more we can ask for, Laser? What more we can ask for? 2 trophies so far.
Yeah, we can ask for 2 more. 2 more. 2 more we want, man. 2 more we need.
That would have been great, man. That would have been great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tell me, top man, how you feel about all season?
Sorry, 1 second, Wags. The volume's low. Hang on. This might be better now. Say something again to me.
My check 1, 2, 3.
Oh, lovely. Better. Sorted it. Put this back on. Yes, how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling great, man. To be honest with you, Ryan, I was a nervous wreck when West Ham took the lead twice against Man City, spoke to my friend. I said, I can't deal with this. Had to go out for a walk. And just don't think about the situation. I thought, are they going to break our hearts? Are they going to come back and win the game? So I heard Antonio missed a glorious chance to make it 3-1. I thought, typical. You know, and I thought Man City will equalise, which they did. It was our own goal. I thought, okay, then, come back in because it was raining. It was starting to rain, so I'll come back in my house, watch the last 20 minutes. Man City get a penalty. So they get the penalty now, and I thought, wow, okay, this is their chance to win the league. I thought, put me out of my misery and just win the league. Mahrez misses the penalty. You know what? I looked up to the sky, and I said, God is smiling on us right now. He's smiling upon Liverpool. He is. And Ali will tell you this while I talk to this brother a lot, Alid. He's a good lad, Alid is. Klopp talk to me. I talk to him a lot. And you could back me up. Have I been in a camp where I've ever doubted Liverpool and never gave up?
Never, man.
Never have I. Never. And I've always believed this, Ryan. I look back on history and you're going to look at things long time ago now. Liverpool lost the title to Arsenal on goal difference in 1989. Not even goal difference, goals scored. Goals scored, you know. Arsenal had to go to Anfield and beat Liverpool by 2 clear goals, and nobody gave Arsenal a chance. It was not going to happen. Not going to happen, and it did it. Fast forward to 1995, Blackburn Rovers were winning the league. Manchester United were playing West Ham. West Ham was safe from relegation. There are no European places. Fighting, and to stop Man United from winning the league. It was a 1-1 draw, and all Man United need to do, Andy Cole, is score a goal, and it would have made Man United be champions again. Blackburn lost to Liverpool, but they still win the league. So I'm trying to tell people, if you never learned nothing from last year, who scored a vital goal for us to take us in the Champions League? A player that you don't associate with scoring goals? Mr. Alisson Becker. Mr. Alisson Becker comes up for a corner and he heads a goal in, and effectively that helps Liverpool get back in the Champions League. So what I'm trying to tell people, it ain't over until it's over. It ain't over until the last football has been kicked. It's not over. This title race is not done, and I'm going to be watching that game on Tuesday, biting my nails, because it's going to be edgy. I know I'm talking long, but that game is not, it won't be easy. No. It's going to be another Villa game, nail biter. Southampton are going to be pumped up. St. Mary's, the crowd, you know. And the only thing I worry before I come back onto, you know, you have your say, we have to be careful because we don't want to burn the players out. For me, I was kind of relieved. I know this might sound weird, because people might say, what you mean relieved? We're not going to catch Man City on goal difference. We weren't, man. You got to stop this fantasy business. Some of the fans are on this fantasy business. Liverpool would have needed to score 7 goals against Southampton. 7 goals. Liverpool right now are not in that goal scoring mind. We're running on fumes. We are.
Yeah.
We're on fumes at the moment. The boys have played 60-something games. It's a lot of games. It's a lot of football, man. They're tired mentally. Played 120 minutes Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's all about getting the job done. It doesn't change anything either way. If Man City had lost today, they still could have bossed up Aston Villa. And then we're just losing the title on goal difference. And how painful would that be to lose the league on goal difference? You know, that will hurt, that will. Even though losing on a point will hurt. So we just got to leave it in the Lord's hands, or however you want to call it, fate. And what will be, because this will still be a glorious season. 2 domestic trophies and possible number 7 Champions League in 2 weeks' time. What more can you ask for a Liverpool fan, considering where we were last year, considering where we were 7 years ago? Brendan Rodgers getting beat to 6-1 to Stoke City on the last day of the season. You know what I mean? But I've been rambling on. Sorry to ramble. I'm just in a good mood right now, man. I'm in a good mood right now.
Listen, I tell Liverpool fans this, Bridget. Last night I was buzzing all over the place, Bridget.
Yeah. I seen.
Bridget, I'm telling you, bro, I am happy. Nobody now steal my joy, you know. When we look at back where Liverpool coming from, under Brendan Rodgers, and this brother usual right Hudson,
yeah,
Blazer, you know how much painkiller and lift pan over the years.
I know. I'm telling you.
When I'm doing my thing and I'm enjoying the moment, people are telling me something for humble. Humble what? I'm not humbling. I'm enjoying football because I don't know how long it's going to last for.
Exactly.
era,
Exactly.
Laser, in this era, Liverpool are compete against. We're competing against Chelsea, Man City, and Man United. They spend more money than us. And to see Jurgen Klopp come, 6 trophy, 6 trophy. I wonder where we rank him in a Liverpool manager.
I know.
It's good, bro. I'm telling you, bro. We're going to be here for a long time.
Yeah. Because the good news that is extended as well. So that's even give the squad and the people them associated to Liverpool a huge boost. Because I know a lot of rival fans are probably thinking, fuck, I want Klopp to go, piss off and go. You know what I mean? But to say it's extending, you can see from the get-go the trajectory Jurgen Klopp's been on. You remember he come to Liverpool October 2015 and immediately got us to 2 cup finals. The League Cup against Man City and the Europa League. And we were doing that with players like Joe Allen, we had Sacco, Lovren, Lucas Leiva, Kevin Stewart. We even had Stephen Colker for a little.
yeah, that one, yeah.
You know what I mean? And this was Jurgen Klopp trying to get a tune at them. The man is a genius. Nobody can tell me nothing. I'm sick and tired of you rival fans saying Jurgen flop and he's lost this final and lost that final and this, that, and that. I don't want to hear none. I said to my bedroom, I said to my good friend, if Liverpool were to, just God forbid, we win the quad, nobody can't chat to us again. To me, it's over. No, it's closed down. It's finished. You know that it's like a football game with clocked football with a clock the thing. It's done. Winning 4 trophies, no other team has done that in history, what I'm aware of. And at this level, as Ryan alluded to, we're competing against a monster, Manchester City.
Iron money, man. Iron money.
Big money teams, Chelsea, Man United, what the spend. When you think about Man City, right? And I look back and knowing my history on football, okay, let's say we lose the title, we win 92 points. You know, Manchester United have only had 92 points once. And I tell you something, Man United achieved that total in a 42-game season. The Premier League's played over 38 games now. So that means that 4 more games than us that season. That was in 1994. 1994, Man United finished. That's the highest points total. Our highest points total is 99, 97, and effectively we get the 20s again. Do you know what I mean? So it shows the levels where Man City and Liverpool are, and effectively, Jurgen Klopp's kind of had his hands tied behind his back. Yes, we spent money, Alisson, for the Coutinho sale, Van Dijk, if you want to throw that in there. He's done good business with Salah from Roma, Mane from Southampton. But when you look at the deal business with Diaz, getting Robbo for a steal from Hull City, little acquisitions here and there, they've been amazing, man. Amazing business, the recruitment, behind the scenes and everything associated to Liverpool. And I just feel like one thing I look at with Man City and their fan base and what I don't respect, and they're getting a bit too big for their boots. So I remember when Man City were in the doldrums and the way they talk down about Liverpool and the songs they sing and disrespecting the Hillsborough respect at Wembley and stuff like that. Right. It reminds me of, like, you know, when you're at school and you have the rich kid and he have money and his parents buying the latest trainers, the jacket. They look at Liverpool, but it's like the kid that don't have much expensive garments, but the ladies love him. He's popular. and Man City scratching their thinking, well, how come Liverpool get all the love? They were killed to have that. When you look at the stadium, you don't see red shirts. Man City couldn't feel like their allocation at Wembley Stadium. Do you know what I mean? I don't see Manchester City tops in Birmingham, in England. I don't see people wearing Manchester City tops, guys. Do you know what I mean? So to me, Liverpool is a worldwide institution. Look, you're from Jamaica, Ryan. You live in Canada, but you support Liverpool. You go anywhere in the world, and people support Liverpool and talk about Liverpool. They love Liverpool.
Big, massive, brother. When we reaching at the pub yesterday, brother, not even space to watch the game. The pub full.
I seen it, you know.
Come outside, when I come outside now the road, bridging, me I said, Jesus Christ, bro. Liverpool run Toronto, brother.
Yeah.
Liverpool run Toronto.
So what's the fan base like over there? 'Cause I remember seeing one of your early videos from 3 years ago when you went to the Tottenham final, when we beat Tottenham in that final. Bro. And it looked lovely. What's it like?
You see that final? Final we get a bigger pub. We have to get a bigger pub.
Yeah.
The amount of people come outside of the road, black half. You see, yesterday, brother, yesterday, brother, police are telling people them say, yo, you can park over them empty space there. Because he were full, brother.
Yeah.
And the Champions League final, people them say, Ryan, you coming? And I say, yeah, I'm coming. The reason why I go these things, brother, me I support Liverpool from 2006, laser.
Yeah.
The team win a whole heap. So when me have YouTube, Mr. Jersey boy, go and do it because I want to enjoy the moment because me know say 10 years ago, me not enjoy them things. So when me get the moment, brother, me I enjoy it, brother. Me I tell you, say, Liverpool. And you know one of the things, we have to rate Jurgen Klopp more than Pep Guardiola. Let me tell you why. Look at all I was signing them over, ordinary player, and Jurgen Klopp. What people need to do for give that man a respect.
I know.
Brother, the man turned everybody in a world class. Trent, Robertson, Alisson, Van Dijk was good, but Klopp take him to a next level. Mane, Salah. Don't tell me that Karomi. Stop talking about me. I'm hyping up.
And you hear what Thiago said? He said, I know it was a good play. He come up with a quote yesterday on the Twitter, because he does a lot of Twitter, Thiago, and then he goes, but Jurgen Klopp's made me better at running. And you can see the man running. He never used to do that much running for Bayern Munich, you know. Jurgen is the man, the players then will run over broken glass, hot, cold, brick walls. And you don't other players do that.
Bro, I don't know what Klopp tell them on them, but look like them that run through a wall for him, brother.
Exactly, man.
I tell them in them ears, brother, but me I tell you, say, when I deliver to them, have the player them a play for him, virgin. And let's talk about this Pep Guardiola, because it seems like no day pass. This man cannot. Every single day this man mention Liverpool.
I know.
Everybody know ask him about Liverpool.
You know him heard.
You have so much money, you're rich. You know why we as a poor people every minute, always nobody not ask about Liverpool. You talk about Liverpool. What Liverpool have so? Let me tell you something, man. Pep understands. Say, listen. Bayern Munich top club fan base load. Bayern Barcelona I see him. I beg the man, I beg people for stay back. I beg the man, I beg people for say come full up the Etihad.
Yeah.
These are the things where kind of get him upset. These are the things why. Let me tell you something. Cup talk. Let me tell you something. Why I kill Pep Guardiola.
Oh, mate.
Everybody, bro, everybody, he must say, everybody love Liverpool more than Man City. But he must understand, say, we was dominant. If you look on TV, you have Jamie Carragher, we have Ipia, we have so much analysts. Because of what we do good. You see what Manchester City now dominate? Phil Ford, like 15 years, 20 years from now, Phil Ford, them are on TV if we not dominate. So if just Umbra and know, say, yo, he's just a small team. They are the most buckliest job, brother. May I tell you something, laser? Because I have done them body now.
Go on.
Icon moment, laser. Icon moment. Big day today. The biggest player on City team, Kevin De Bruyne. When it come on icon moment, clutch moment, him either way fan it. How comes him not take that penalty there? You think that could happen?
Yeah, it's true, you know. Because you know when Mahrez is stepping up, how come Mahrez is taking the penalty? Because I knew Mahrez has had form for missing penalties. I remember in my head, he missed the penalty against us at Anfield 3 years ago, and a lot of people were saying, is he going to come back to bite him? But he never. But I feel saying, if you remember the game at the Etihad, the 2-2 draw, right? Yeah. Mahrez missed a chance at the end, you know. You remember that chance right at the death?
Yeah.
And I always said that he's going to come back to hold. So that is twice he's done it now. And I don't want, people might think, what are you talking about, Laser, man? There's still a game to play on Tuesday. I just feel like we're going to win the league. I think we're going to win the league, guys. We've got a massive chance, man. Honestly, I've been saying it for ages because I believe in karma. I'm a man that believes in fate and everything goes. Man City never get them karma yet. The handball against Everton. And the armpit penalty.
Yeah, no.
The armpit, it hasn't evened itself out yet. So who's to say for me, they're playing Villa on Sunday now. The keys to me, Liverpool, Southampton, right? On Sunday now, get the early goal against Wolves and let it get to half-time if it being 0-0. Or let's say Villa leading. Because I don't think Villa should score too early. I think Man City have the capability to come back in it quick. Because I noticed when I look at Man City, the way they play, they remind me of us 4 years ago. They play fast. Half an hour, balls over the top, you know, good triangle passages of play, and then before you blink, ball from midfield over on the overlap, cut back, goal, and it's 1-0, again 2-0. So if Villa can stay in the game, rough them up, play dirty, kick them off the park, kick them. I want Villa to keep Villa to boot them off the park.
Kill them.
I want them to rough them up, man.
Exactly.
Honestly, I'm gonna have it's gonna be a mad game. I'm gonna have 2 screens on, and I'm gonna lose my voice.
Laser, you know the next thing too, I know you have to go copter, but later, you know the next thing too, when me and you say rough them up, me I wonder, we alone the team them got hard pan, you know. We are only team them got hard pan.
Yeah.
Who play with hard?
Yeah.
But City, the man them lie down like some little bitch. And just
and take it, I know, and that's what Wolves did the other day, and I was vexed, you know. I was angry with that, man. I thought Wolves, I had that game as Wolves holding them to
that was the game for me.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And you see me put my little joking post up, and I thought, Wolves are going to do us a favour, and it was poor, man. Kevin De Bruyne did his job, masterclass. But as you were saying, Ryan, you're right, you know, the flat trap bullies, because as much as Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo, Mahrez, and them players are good top players, when it comes to clutch important massive games, they're nowhere to be seen, though. They're nowhere to be seen. For example, Real Madrid, how come they never pulled them out of the fire in that game, the butt of that game? It's going on 6 years. And this is going back to the debate, what you're saying about Pep Guardiola versus Klopp. To me, it's no contest. You got to think about Pep Guardiola and Klopp. Right now, Klopp has got Liverpool to 3 Champions Leagues in 4-5 seasons. 4 years, but 5 seasons. So 2018, then 19, and now 22. And if we never had a freaked up season last year, I believe we would have got there again. So for me, I know within the next few years, Jurgen Klopp can easily get to another Champions League final. I think this Liverpool team and the way Jurgen Klopp is tailor-made for Europe. I've looked at his Dortmund tenure. You remember, say he got to the final and he lost narrowly to Bayern Munich in 2013.
Yeah,
so he's got form. And I just feel like, I don't know if there's a funny inferior complex on the biggest stage. Why does Man City keep buckling the Champions League? They got knocked out to us, Tottenham, Lyon as well, of all teams, Monaco, last year to Chelsea. And then, we mashed them up that year, bad.
Yeah.
And, I just don't know what it is. And I look at the money side of things. Can Liverpool be a team that could say, all right, got to 100 million and get a player and just make him sit down on the bench? Like, Liverpool don't operate that way. But really, effectively, it's been a squad, man. Nobody could tell me that he's a main man for Man City. He's not. Do you know what I'm saying, Ali? Like, squad man, and it's almost like there's a lot of pressure for him to perform. He come on today, scored the goal. He started, because see now, it's almost like Pep saying, play your original natural game like he was for Villa, because I feel like the way he's at Man City, that's not his style. Getting the ball, passing back. You know, he was more driving at players, you know, in open space, because he was the star man for Villa and it was counter-attacking football. Maybe it will come next season, but I'm sick of hearing this narrative that, they need a year to bed in. Luis Diaz never need a year to bed into Liverpool. Luis Diaz has been playing for us for 2 seasons.
True.
Do you know what I mean? So why does Man City's players get off scot-free?
Always fast.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I just look at what the comparison to Klopp and Pep Guardiola, and I see that a statistic in the same time span where they've been managing. And I think we're 2 points behind them in the overall table. And you got to think about the season we had last year. If the shoe was on the other foot, would Pep Guardiola have got Manchester City to a Champions League place with all those, you know, fringe players? You're Nat Phillips, you're Reece Williams, changing the team constantly. We all thought it was the season, guys. Come on, you see what I was doing with my...
No, exactly.
Then we started to believe again. You know what I mean? And that's what made me say, I'm never, ever going to doubt this team again. Never. When Alisson scored that goal, never going to doubt the team again. You know, never, ever. Like, yes, in a week, Man City battered Wolves, and I thought, it may be done. In the back of my mind, I thought, there's still a chance, man. And there is a chance, guys, man. You got to believe. Because without believing, nothing's not worth it. It's not there's not a purpose. I've always said you have to believe in faith. If you believe, you can achieve. You know what I mean? Anything could happen. Or what can happen on the last day. I've seen it all. And as you know, Liverpool love to do things the hard way. Do you know what I mean? We always do things the hard way. So, Ryan, I don't know if you already covered that because obviously I come on late, and I appreciate you for bringing me on, man. Enough respect for that.
I'm telling you, man.
Southampton, team-wise, what would you do for Southampton team-wise now that the scenario's changed?
Listen, I'm telling you, I don't know how I feel. This is what I tell you. You see, when West Ham go 2-0 up, I know say them not going to lose. I know them not going to lose.
Yeah.
The least City can get back from the game is a point.
Yeah.
Right? So, all right. You want me to do? Come Tuesday. See, because I believe if we win a 3-0, we are put. Because let me tell you something. You see, at halftime when I look at the Manchester City player, them face, them worried.
Yeah.
After they watching us Saturday night, lifting that FA Cup, they shitting up them knee. They shitting up in them pants, Bridget. I'm telling you. Don't say them are worried about us. Them are worried about us. Cause you know the next thing too, them have it all for play for.
Yeah.
Them are lead Liverpool by.
Yeah.
So at all time, them are jiggy and say, oh, Jesus Christ, we can't last. We go down 2-0. I tell you, if I was born and get a chance there, was where Mikel Antoni get. Cool, 3-1.
I know that vexed me that did, man.
I say boy and get one enough, we go 3-2 up in on it. Lick pan Fernandino foot and go outside. I say football. I say football wicked so. After the man get two deflection goal, you know, brother. The man get two goal with deflection, you know. One score go a own goal and a deflection with Jack Grealish score. And one for go 3-2 up. And the ball barely run by the post. I say football cruelly. Imagine you just get the man them 2 goal with them score. Well, why that never going at the goal?
I know. Football for you, man. But
no matter what whose team Jurgen Klopp put out there, the confident Liverpool team, we are win 4-0. We beat them 4-0. I'm telling you, I'm starting with Kanate because I'm not running the risk with Van Dijk. Kanate.
Yes, and Matip.
I'm This is Kanate is 22. You sure him is 22 or 29?
And he's like a big man. You know what? Are you right? We gotta switch up the thing now. Are you selling dumpling and yam and banana for eats? Are you selling it for buying it? Are you selling it over and you send a barrel to England? And man, they eat dumpling, you know, big.
Jeez.
That's a big man.
Yes, I will sure this youth is 22. I will sure him is not 29. Because when him playing, a man play like a big man. Him not play like my boy. You see when Virgil van Dijk come off, him become Liverpool ball playing centre back, you know.
Yeah.
Quick, the youth fast, him not make a rush channel. Remember, you know, Diaz, big money with Man City, you know. I never see the youth rushing like that and give out a penalty. And to see the youth composure, when I tell me say Kante look like me, I say, boy, I'm gonna left him. And the youth just come across and do so. Where are Kante?
Yes, you're right at the yeah. I remember that. And I was like, whoa.
Hey, may I tell you from now? The Real Madrid, the winger name will play for Brazil. What name?
Rodrigo?
No, man. The next one, man. Vinicius.
Junior. Vinicius.
At the same side, the Trent there. I'm going to show you. Anytime him run past Trent, you're going to see how Kanate deal with him. Him going to just bulldoze him. Body check him. Because I'm fast to like him, you know.
He is.
Yeah, he's strong, isn't he?
Yeah. He's the future, you know. Kanate is the future, man. You know, obviously, with Jurgen Klopp, it takes time to bed in the players. You notice when Jurgen Klopp makes a signing, they don't slot in straight away. I know Diaz said, you know, he's an attacker. If you look at when Fab come, Fabinho, he took a while to settle in. Robertson was the same as well. Quite a lot of our players. And I just feel like now he's hitting his stride. The confidence is there. Yes, he made a little mistake when we played Benfica. But Jurgen Klopp still persisted with him. And he's been scoring some good headers as well from set pieces. And I look at it and him and Van Dijk are the future. I know Matip's been good this year. He's had a good run. Because we know he's had his history with all the injuries and stuff like that. I look at it and for me, I would play Konate in the Champions League final with Van Dijk. I think I would do that. You know what I mean? Because he's got the strength, pace, and power. And he's got a good IQ for a young youth, as you were saying. He plays like a man that's been playing the game for a few years. You know what I mean? And that's what we need, man. And that's all down to the manager. That's all. When you look at it, it's Jurgen Klopp and the backroom staff. You know, but to Southampton now, like you were saying, Ryan. What would you do for fullbacks? Fullbacks for Southampton? Because to me, Trent needs a rest.
Robertson need a rest.
What would you do, Alid?
I would bring in Tsimikas after scoring that winning goal. I'm confident that I will be sky high, and I have a pretty decent game against Aston Villa. So I would give Robert a rest. I will start Trent, you know. I only play him only 45 minutes in this game. Only 45 minutes I will give him. And because when we change it to left back and right back, we don't look as creative and we don't look good as a team, because really and truly they are very, very important to all Liverpool play. In chance and opportunity. So I would Trent a 45-minute, but if Klopp don't start him, he'll probably go with Gomez. But I'm going with Trent, Tsimikas, Joel Matip, and Kanate. In the midfield, I'm giving Curtis, giving Navigator and Henderson. I'm giving Thiago a rest. This one, I'm going with Sadio Mane, look fit as ever. Playing against Southampton, you want to play. So I'm going with Jota, I'm going with Mane, Diaz, and Roberto Firmino. I'm giving Jota a rest.
Yeah, well said.
The bench. You know what I mean?
That's a good shout, that is. That's a good shout. For me, I probably would have start Jota and make Diaz come on and run at them after. That's what we would change for that. But with the midfield now, you got a good shout with them. I wouldn't put Thiago near this game because my only worry, Southampton have some bullish players, and one of them players in particular is Romelu. The Romelu, number 6. He's always fouling. Without fail, he always gets his yellow card. Customary every game, and he gets it. And we don't want Thiago to get injured now, man. We can't, guys, man. You know what I mean? It will break his heart, man. He can't play the Champions League final. So for me, he's not needed, essentially. I think we should do the same thing we did against Villa, because Thiago never started the game. He came on after. You know what I'm saying? So I would probably even start Tsimikas, as you alluded to, because his confidence is high. You know, he's on top of the world right now, scoring the winning penalty. He started the Villa game. I feel Robinson can benefit from some rest. And if the worst case scenario, we need some more creativity on the right, I might even go extreme and start Gomez as well. We can bring Trent on. I know that sounds extreme, but I think Southampton will try to give it a go because they're at St. Mary's at home. Last home game of the season. They've been on a sticky run at the moment. They're going to want to, for some reason, Ralph Hospital likes to get one over and clap, you know. And we just have to stay in the game, and we have to play dirty, Ryan, because it's not going to be a pretty game. I believe this is going to be a game where we're going to have to win ugly, and any win would do. You know what I'm saying, brother? Any win would do. Get them 3 points, and then we can move on to the Villa game. We don't need to chase goal difference now. We just get the win, shut the shop up, and we got man like Milner that could come on, and we know Milner is Mr. Reliable. Yeah. So I'm feeling pretty confident now. I think the boys will taste it and get a sniff after seeing what West Ham did today and got the draw against Man City, especially Mara's missing a penalty as well. It changes the psychological factor. It plays a huge part in football psychology, does, and it'd be like, okay, it's back on now. After winning the FA Cup as well, and we're going to be in the Champions League final, the boys are going to be feeling on top of the world right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And I don't think there's nothing to lose. If we don't do it at Southampton, it's not the end of the world. I keep telling myself, Laser, it's just a game. We'll be all right. We'll get a treble. To me, even if we win the treble, that's a much better season than Manchester City. Because right now, they will kill to be in our shoes and get a Champions League and play against elite opposition like Real Madrid. We're not playing against no small-time, dibby small team. Yes, we played weaker teams on the route there, because I like them to say, you only play Villarreal, you play Benfica, Inter, but we had a hard group as well, and you can only beat what's put in front of you. And you got to, Man City are hypocrites, because you got to look at them in the past. Who have they played in the early season? So,
team.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So we're here on merit. You know, we're there on merit, and it's deserved. So we got a lot to look forward to, as you said, Ryan. We've got to soak it up and enjoy it, because these times won't be here forever. I say it to the younger guys. You know what I mean? I'm a lot older than some of you lot. And Liverpool went for a tough period, man. We were cup side. We were nowhere near winning a Premier League title. You know what I mean? And now, right now, we have to savor it and treasure it, because we will look back at it in many years and think, Ross, this Liverpool team was a proper top team. And I just feel like to complete that, you can't keep talking about it. I noticed Jamie Carragher likes to talk about it a lot. We need the trophies to back it up now.
Yes, we do.
To back it up for me, man. We do.
Yeah. Before I go, sorry, Ryan. I'm just going to pop off now. I think we'll go strong on Tuesday. Liverpool make it difficult, but I think we'll get 3-2. Look, I decided to go behind the all-important champions photo because we're going to get it changed. Laser, Ryan, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, Ryan, for having me on. Guys, we're winning this quad. Come on, you red.
Yeah, big up to yourself.
I'm telling you, man, Laser, I'm enjoying it because to see my team win every trophy now, always I feel watch about YouTube video. I always have to forget the knowledge of Liverpool because you don't know your fans who want to research, especially when you go debate with these Manchester United fans. They always come with them little sneaky thing. Your team never. I see my team win 2 FA Cup, 1 Carabao Cup, 1 Champions League, 1 Premier League, a Super Cup, and a FIFA Club World Cup. Yeah. So I see my team win every single thing.
Everything to offer. Everything. And you know the funny thing, Ryan? The Man United fan, I've had 2 Man United fans try and chat some one bag of nonsense. Right? One of them said, what? Yeah, look up at what the Europa League, yeah. I thought, are you for real? So we must drop a level down to win the Europa League. And then the next one say, yeah, he won the Community Shield. They're always looking for excuses. Always a look for excuses. When you think about it, Jurgen Klopp has done something that's unprecedented in 7 years. Effectively, he's won a trophy every year. If you want to look at it that way, for 7 years, he's won 6 trophies now for Liverpool Football Club. He's won every major trophy. And he's been in finals. And even our captain, you're going to look at players like Mr. Jordan Henderson. The praise, you know, it goes under the radar. A lot of people, he's not a fancy player. He's not sometimes easy on the eye. You know, he's got a standard name, Mr. Jordan Henderson. But he's been pivotal to this Liverpool side under Jurgen Klopp, man. And I got huge admiration and respect for him because in his early years, I was one of his critics, you know. I used to criticize him a little bit, but he's come a long way since then because you think about it. He's got 7 medals. Remember, he won a Carling League Cup under Kenny Dalglish.
Yeah.
So he's got 7 medals for Liverpool, 7 medals and 4 runners-up medals. That's good. And he can still win more in 2 weeks' time. Yeah. You know what I mean? So any Trent Alexander-Arnold, 23 years of age, he's won the whole set of trophies. These boys are creating history, Ryan, and we have to stand up, applaud them, and appreciate what we're witnessing right now, man. Because it's greatness what we're witnessing right now. I don't think it sinks in. I think sometimes we can become wrapped up in our world. I think, oh, but I want more and this and that, and we could have played him and we could have been better. And we should go out and buy an Mbappe. But what we're witnessing right now, Jurgen Klopp's putting the pieces in the jigsaw, and he knows what he wants. And until he gets his man, he gets his man, and it fits into the system, and it's working. Because right now, if you take away Liverpool Football Club, the Premier League will become a farmers' league. The Premier League will be a farmers' league. Man City would have won 5. Will be on their way to winning 5 straight Premier Leagues, and not even the great Manchester United team did that. Not even the great Liverpool team of the 1970s and 1980s did that. The most Liverpool win is 3. The most Manchester United win on the trot is 3. So without Liverpool Football Club right now as it stands, the Premier League will kind of become a joke league. Man City will just mashing it up. So Liverpool pushing them to the limit with the less resources. Because we don't have the resources as Manchester City. Manchester City already spend the money upon Haaland, and they got a next young player called Alvarez or whoever, and who else they're buying behind the scenes. You know what I mean? So we're doing well right now to be in this equation, and we have to applaud that, man. That's all I can say, really.
Yeah, man, I win the Champions League and we had 2 more Premier League titles to a thing, brother.
Yeah. I like to hear that. I like to hear your optimism, man. So what's your plans for the Champions League final, Ryan? You're going to be at the same place like the last game?
I'm going to do the watch along. I'm going to be at the pub and thing. I'm going to go early. I'm going to go early because I want to do some footage and thing.
Yeah.
Put on the channel. But Laser, I'm telling you, man, over the years, Bridget, I was the youngest youth. One place in a Jamaica named Crossroad, Kingston.
Yeah. Yes.
Be a big man, I watch football there. I'm the only youth I watch there. And I think I'm the only few youth there as a Liverpool supporter. The man usually call me Liverpool.
Yeah, remember them time there, because it's just pure Manchester United, man.
Bridging, young boy like you, brother, I bring Liverpool. Oh, if I bring Liverpool, brother, them man now win nothing. If me never strong and believe in my team, I would have be a switch. I probably have with Chelsea or Man City. But I stick to the task. Stick to it. So when people see me, I go on Instagram. When people enjoy myself, I know nobody come tell me about the humble. Humble what?
Yeah.
I shine now, my time now. So I want to just embrace me right now. We're great, we're unstoppable. Jurgen Klopp. Every single final, them man go. Europa League final, Champions League final, Carabao Cup final, FA Cup final, Premier League. You name them. The man has got every single final. And you have to respect and the resources where the man have, where the man compete against City. You know what I mean? City can't wait for win the Champions League. This year, this year, the man talk how much thing at a year, go win it that a year. You see the message right there, Kevin De Bruyne sent?
Yeah.
You see the message in a he sent a message to Liverpool because you know him is a long Liverpool.
Yeah, he's a Liverpool fan. Yeah.
So after City get kicked out of the Champions League, he sent a message to Klopp that he want to come at Liverpool.
I would love to have him at Liverpool, you know. I would have loved 2 players for the opposite team, the rivals, for Chelsea. Once upon a time, I would have liked Kante. Kante would have run the midfield. You know what I mean? Not so sure now, because he's slowing down a bit now.
What if a game,
Yeah, he's slowing down now. And Kevin De Bruyne, that's one of the only players I would have taken from Man City. You know what I mean? And you could say for Tottenham at one time, it would have been Son. Because I love Son. I feel like he would have fit our system on the left.
Oh, brother, still know me that text song right now.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But we're building something good, Ryan, as you say, man. We're building something good. And we have to enjoy it. And right now, if we do win the quad, let's say we win a treble, because the treble is the best scenario, because it's in our hands. Yes, we have to give Manchester United the stick that don't deserve, because all I was hearing back in August is one bag of noise about Ronaldo's coming home and we're going to win the league. And you see something, Ryan, I don't know if you've seen the British media. Obviously, you're across the pond. And I'm going to send you something after. I'm going to send you something to your Instagram. And there's about 10 pundits, right? And these are big pundits. And some of them are little behind the scenes pundits. Now, one of them had Liverpool to win the league. Some of them have Liverpool finish outside the Champions League places. Disrespect that they give to Liverpool. And a lot of them had Man United to win the league. And I could have said from day one, how is a 37-year-old Ronaldo going to drag you guys to win the league? Because there's still a big deficiency in that Manchester United team. Players like Lindelof, Maguire, the midfield, Paul Pogba only wants to play when it feels like it, and it's all disjointed, and the oligopoly social factor and everything. You know what I mean? And they've got a lot of real building to do under the new manager. So for me, sometimes I think the pundits are just in one track mind, and Gary Neville's a big man to blame for that, and Rio Ferdinand and Paul Scholes, because they're looking on nostalgia. Yes, they're Man United men and they played for Man United, but sometimes they talk sense and knowledge. And anybody could have said Man United are not ready to win the league. If any team they were going to win a league, it would have been by accident. So that would have to take Liverpool, Man City, and Chelsea to fall down, and that was never going to happen. You know what I mean? Because at one point I thought Chelsea were going to push Liverpool and Man City to the limit, but they never sustained it. And Jurgen Klopp's done an excellent job with the management of the squad. And you see next year, Ryan, it's going to get better because we get 5 substitutes in the Premier League. 5 substitutes now. So imagine the team in the
bro. When them man they have 5 substitutes, brother. Problem that, you know, because look at the man in squad, brother. Billions of dollars, you know, brother.
No.
5, but I'm not really worried about them. One thing, bro, how confident you are with this FSG to go in there and back club. Because when you look at it, you know, brother, when you look at it, let me finish your point later. When you look at it, we are get for win the Champions League, you get over 100 million. In the Premier League, you get 120 million. If you come second, you get about 100 million.
Yeah.
Right? FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, all of these competitions will go deep in more money and revenue, jersey sell off already. Big man thing. I have to give them credit. You see that they are signing at this jersey money we use and buy theirs.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry,
more confident. When you look at this Liverpool team, where you think Liverpool need to strengthen to push to go at the next level again?
Why? For me, the midfield area, I feel so with the midfield, and I've said this for a while. I don't know if it's a Klopp thing. The midfield is more of a workman midfield, and it's always been that way on the Klopp. You know, I feel like we need more of a creativity outlet on the midfield, because when you look at the players, okay, you look at Henderson, he's kind of coming to the end of his tenure. You look at James Milner when he comes in, and before that, it was Gini Ronaldo.
Axel,
It was more like it was a three-man workhorse midfield. So you're looking at some of the youngsters to come up. I think like Harvey Elliott was supposed to be the next thing. And I don't feel say he's ready yet. He had the injury, so it's set him back by another 9 months. I feel say Harvey Elliott would benefit with another loan. I don't want people to take that person and say, oh, he deserves to still play Premier League. I feel say he's, what is it, 17 now, 18? He will benefit from one more loan, regain the confidence in the Championship, and then come up. But regarding what you were saying about where we could strengthen, I feel like we need a right back to push Trent a little bit more. So I don't feel say that's Gomez's natural position. And I've been hearing a lot of talk about Gomez might sign for some other team. I personally feel say we should keep him, you know what I mean, as a spare centre-back or right-back role. I believe the more players you have in every position is better, the more the merrier. So I feel say the right-back and a midfield, attacking midfield, because you look at some of our players now, they're on the other side of 30, so you got your Thiago, we maybe can get 2 more years out of him, 1 good year if we're lucky, you know. Henderson's obviously getting older. I know there's a lot of talk about Bellingham. We got that next player from, what's the team again?
Fulham.
Yeah, we got him, but there's another one. I keeps losing my mind now. What's the team?
Yeah.
The black player, and it's a funny name. I never can pronounce his name.
He play for Money, come on.
Yeah, you know what I'm on about. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Like so.
Yeah, so I should know this, but I know we're going to do business in the summer. I'm talking about FSG, Ryan. Funny, you know what they say, sometimes you should be careful what you wish for. You would have seen my videos. I did want them out after the Super. The more I think about it, I'm happy with them, you know. It could be worse, because one thing with FSG, when they make a mistake, they rectify it. They do rectify it. Many years ago, the ticket prices, they listen to the fan base, they rectify it. You know, they went out there and thought, you know what, they're not going to let Tottenham get Diaz. And we got Diaz. We did the business. He could have just let that stagnate, and we could have lose him, you know, to Tottenham. Imagine.
These are big boots, you know.
You
You
know
know what signing can do for your season.
exactly. You know what I mean? So at the moment of time, I'm all right with FSG. They still got a little bit more to do. I don't feel say
Too many I'm talking about.
what signings we need.
Too many you're talking
Oh,
about.
yes, that's it. Yes. Big up T South Irons. Yeah, that's the name. Yeah. So yeah, I feel we do need to strengthen. I'm not sure what's going on with the Salah business, because something don't seem right with that man. The signing. I do believe if we should keep him, I believe we should keep him, and I believe he's worth 300 and something a week. I don't believe he should be earning 400, because that's just going to break the whole wage infrastructure. And then you're looking at other players, you know, you don't want to create disharmony in the squad. It's just not the way Liverpool run things. We don't run our business that way. You know what I mean? But the for me, I don't think Mbappe is realistic. We don't do business that way. You know, we've got to look at it. We've got Klopp for another 4 years, and that's excellent. And you don't know if anything goes its way. He could extend again, because that would take him up to 60. You know, so right now, as you saying before, we have to cherish this moment. I believe even if we don't win the Premier League this season, Jurgen Klopp will rectify that next year. I'm not worried about Manchester City getting Haaland. I'm not worried at all. Because when you look at Liverpool and you look at the history in the last few years and other title chases, the draws always let down Liverpool. It's the draws.
Yeah,
And the draws. So once Liverpool can rectify the silly mistakes, your Brentford 3-3, Brighton 2-0 at home, Chelsea and some other games, we could be miles ahead and win the league. And it's a shame, because I always say you shouldn't need to win the Premier League with 100 odd points, but that's what Man City and Liverpool set the bar now.
Yeah.
They've set the bar, and you're looking at the Chelseas and Man United. If it continues this way, even they're going to start scratching their head and thinking, raw, what do we need to do? Because going back on another team now, I don't even think Chelsea, I think them days are going to be gone. They got new ownership. Yes, they're going to spend, but they're not going to spend like how they used to spend in the past under Abramovich. Them days are gone. They're going to spend within their means now. So other teams could be playing catch up. So we just got to do what we need to do to create history. Man City, yes, we don't like it, and some people talk about they're doing it as cheating and that. But they're breaking records and creating history, the points totals, the win streaks, the way they play football, the possession, them holding up the ball and all this, that, and that. We play football in our way. One thing about us, we don't need to dominate a game with 80% possession. We can do it, but Liverpool can play ugly and we can win. I've not seen Manchester City do that yet. They lack that character. And I'm not saying this as a Liverpool man. I could be a neutral right now when I'm talking. For me, Liverpool have a better mentality over Man City, because I know, say, no way we would have buckled that game against Real Madrid. Jurgen Klopp would never allow that. Never allow that. Once Manchester City slip and the heads fall, them slip. And I see that against West Ham today. As you said at halftime, the players look scared. I see Kevin De Bruyne, I looked at Bernardo, look nervous. They almost look like to think, what is happening here? And yet they're coming back into it, but they know now they have to work hard against Villa, Ryan. Because if them draw that game and Liverpool win their games, we're league champions. And you think how that's going to affect them going forwards, battling 14 points. Yeah, mash up them head, man. No Champions League, the rivals Liverpool get it. And yeah, and Pep is always speaking about Liverpool. Day in, day out, he can't get Liverpool out his head. Right now, it's affecting them more than us. We're just going about our business and doing our job.
Bro, I'm telling you that them losing to Liverpool come next season, fear I go in at them. Because if so you don't think the player them are talk about Liverpool, boy, I see them good, you know. Them are talk about we and we are talk about them, but them are talk about we more. Them are worried about 14 points, them are lead the league, man. I know.
Lot of points, man. Regardless of the game is in hand, you know what I mean? And you just gotta think about the Champions League factor. I think so them hurting. I said my analogy earlier. Them have a whole heap of money, but in them eyes, them see themselves as the superstar big club. They see themselves as Liverpool has no right to challenge us. They don't like it. Yeah. They don't like it. In their mind and Pep Guardiola's mind, this is how football's supposed to be played. Tiki-taki, hold on to. Because sometimes let's be honest, when Liverpool plays, sometimes it's a bit chaotic and frantic. There's sometimes I look at Liverpool and I think, raw, how can we play like this? And then we just turn it on, get a goal and control the game. Where sometimes Man City, from start to finish, 99% of the time, they'll control the game, get the early goal and the game done.
Most of the time, when City go behind, they struggle. Most of the time, go behind, lose the game.
We come back when we go behind. I don't see them do that. They don't really do that.
Them don't do it often, man. Most of the time, when them go behind first.
Yeah.
We talk about club midfield. The midfield is very important. But we signed the youngster from Fulham. When I look at him, I don't know where is in best position. Where is in best position?
Why? That's what I'm saying, you know, because if I'm being really honest with you, I haven't done enough homework on the brother yet. You know what I mean? And I think this is a buy for the future. A lot of people are getting their hopes up thinking, yes, I remember he's a young, you know, he's doing the business in the championship at that level below.
20 at goal,
But I've seen it before and it's a different level. It's a different, and the pressure that comes with moving to a big club like Liverpool, how is he going to deal with the pressure? So Klopp's going to bed him in. I see him as attacking on the right-hand side, kind of similar to Elliott. You know, maybe he could play a Vance in attacking midfield. So it's whatever Klopp can mold him into. Because you remember saying when sometimes Klopp has a player and they're playing a position previously from their other club, Klopp can just change it around. I remember when we got Ronaldo used to play advance for Newcastle. And you know what I mean? So it's whatever Klopp decides to do, but don't expect him to go flying immediately. Maybe he could surprise us and we feel, wow, this young player just blowing it.
Remember to, you know, we have to always remember he's not an Englishman. He's a Portuguese.
Yeah, Portuguese, I know.
Maybe him just talented. Maybe talented way.
Yeah.
He's a good player. But I cannot answer that question, bro. Like, I don't know where is in his best position. But I think Klopp that tried to move away from the workman midfield. See, he brought in Thiago.
Yeah.
He brought in Elliott to play that more control game, creativity in there.
Yes.
I don't know about Curtis if I'm going to get the more game time. He's a scousers, and it's going to be very hard for him.
Yeah. You know what? Once it's something with Curtis, I think right now it's a confidence issue. When I look at Curtis, he have all the tools and the talent. And I remember some people comparing to Foden, and I'm going to be real. Foden's better player right now. Curtis Jones can go to the next level, but I still say it's a confidence team. One thing what annoys with him hold on to the ball a little bit too long. It's like I'm not seeing them driving runs. Because when he used to play in the under-23s, it was a more forward. So obviously it's a different scenario now. We got our main men advanced in him. You know what I mean? So I look at him. I used to look at the goals he used to score, and I'm thinking, why you don't take the players on? And you notice he's not really taking them shots anymore. His confidence has dropped a little bit because he's been in and out of the team. So
Sweet man.
yeah, I'm willing to give him another chance, but I don't see him as a starting player right now. You know what I mean? I know people was hailing him as the next big thing, like a McManaman, and he even changed his shirt number from 48 to 17. That was Steve McManaman's number once upon a time. And Gerrard had the number 17 as well before he switched to 8. But for me, as you said, I believe Klopp will move away from the workman midfield and go more creative, because I feel, say, in a lot of games, that's where we're losing. Now, when the forwards have a dry spell, we need the midfield to bring the creativity and chip in, because we're relying too much on the fullbacks, Robertson and Trent, and we need to have a different dimension now. And I believe Klopp will build that next step and next team. He's going to stay on and he's going to move away from it. You know, this is what Thiago, Jota, Diaz, because Diaz is the next starter now. Bobby's going to be phased out slowly. And I do believe eventually we will get the replacement for Salah. I can see it coming. But the question is, who's that man going to be? Because these things don't last forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right, you know, but Coutinho, man, it's just sad to see what Coutinho career go.
I know.
Calvelo plays just similar like Coutinho, you know.
He's got the same body running it and the little. Yeah, Portuguese, isn't it? Because remember, them and Brazilians are similar, the same. The same.
I'm really looking forward to see this summer, because the money come midfielder, brother. I forget a midfielder, brother. We can't go Axe. I love Axe. I have an Axel Chamberlain jersey, but I'm not lie to you, brother.
Him done now.
Brother.
Yeah, him done.
Even getting at the team, brother. We short a midfielder. I'm not even getting at the team, car.
Yeah.
I think one FA Cup game, Klopp must take him off and him have frowns and all.
Yes, I remember that game. I think it was Nottingham Forest, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a small team or Cardiff or something.
Bro,
and he hasn't had a looking since. So that tells you what you need to know. I don't think Klopp fancies him anymore, you know, Ryan. I think he's done at Liverpool right now, if I'm being honest.
He's a next rhythm player. He's a good player, but a team like a Southampton or a West Ham would have been do well for him.
Yes, one of them teams. Yeah, you're right.
At Liverpool, bro, I thought that Navigator, I think we shouldn't give him a contract, but based on the season, don't pick up too many injuries this season, and in performance, I would give him a 2-year extension contract. 1 year. I'm not going to run the risk and give him a 4-year contract. And then out of the 4 year, I'm injured for 3 years out of it. I will give him another 2-year contract and say, prove to me you can keep fit and your performance. So a 2 year at a time, because we cannot afford to give you a long-term contract and then cannot. But I think centre back, we're good. Goalkeeper, we don't have to worry about them position.
Yeah, we're good.
Attacking, we're good.
Yeah. But you know, talking about that, Ryan, I'm going to stop you with that, you know. The attacking, we're good. But Origi's leaving. Origi's gone now. He's leaving Liverpool. And if I'm being honest, he deserves to play football regularly. And he's not going to get that at Liverpool. It's not fair on him to be on the bench and doing this bit part role and stuff, you know. So he looks like he's going to AC Milan. That's the top. But what you think about Taki? Is he going to stay? Because I don't know about...
Not good enough, brother. Not good enough. Sell him $12 million Southampton. He have a good sting at Southampton. I don't think him up to him not have the strength. And it
weak, man.
Seems like him not going to have the strength. He just can't keep playing this Liverpool team. I think we should sell Take Minamino, Origi going on free. I think he deserves to go on free to get a big wages, because give to us.
Yeah.
And football without this brother, man. That legend moment, that brother. So good to see Origi going to get some game time, but Axel Chamberlain will have to sell him. Can he get 15 to 20 million? Not for him. We can get like around, but bro, I don't want to just
10 million or something.
If we're gonna sell the player, then we must replace them. I'm gonna think bring in five signing in one season. I don't think him going to do that.
I know. We've been staged. It might surprise us with Phillips, you know. Like I said, I think Gomez was staged. I've been hearing a lot of talk that Steven Gerrard fancies Gomez and wouldn't mind him at Aston Villa. But to me, I feel we have to keep Gomez. Keita, I agree with you with Keita. I wouldn't give him a big time contract, you know, because he's got a year left or something like that. Give him a 2-year, 18-month extension or however it for. See what his performance like if he can keep fit and then base it on that. Because he's proved to me that he's been all right this season because I was his critic. I was like, no, man, the man can't keep getting injured on you know, he's no good to us. And we spend a lot of money on him and we have to throw sentiment out the window. Sometimes we have to call a spade a spade. Yeah, one thing about our fan base, sometimes we back up. Yes, you have to back your players, but sometimes we don't call things out what needs to be called out. And to me, Naby Keita wasn't really performing in the injury business, but he's done the job this season for me. He's been accurate enough. But Oxlade-Chamberlain's been at the club since 2017. And okay, he had injury for a year. So, you know, we have to give him a blight for that. But when you look at it, the little chances he's been given, the little cup appearances, even some of the lower teams he's played against, I haven't really seen him do nothing. Where you can say, as a big man, as a senior player that's played football for a long time, take the game by the scruff and do something in the games, but he's not doing it. And when I look at him in the Carling Cup final, Klopp chose to bring on, not Carling Cup, Carabao Cup against Chelsea. Klopp chose to bring on, was it Jones? And I see the camera pan to the bench and Chamberlain looked vexed. Even in the celebrations, he didn't want to lift the trophy. And I think he knows his time's up at Liverpool now. And when you're looking at it, when push comes to shove, the amount of games Liverpool's been playing since February, the cup competitions, the quad and everything, I haven't seen Oxlade-Chamberlain get a sniff. So to me, that tells you what you need to know. Jurgen Klopp don't fancy him no more. You don't fancy him anymore, man. You know what I mean? And I feel his time's up. And as you said, he would benefit from playing in the Premier League, like a West Ham United, a Southampton. Go back to his roots, because that's where he come from, Southampton. You know, one of them, even a promoted team, you know what I mean? And that, because he's never going to be that player again. Oxlade-Chamberlain will never be the same player again. When them injuries come, them big-time ligament injuries, and keep you out of football for that length of time, no, it's very rare a player comes back the same. And it's a mental thing, because Sturridge was like it. You notice when Sturridge got mashed up, he was always pulling out at challenges, not pressing. It's a cautious thing that is playing on your mind. And sometimes you see Naby do it in certain games and you can see why he does it. So for me, we still need to get some additions. Whether FSG is going to put them hand in their pocket and get the players, I feel like with FSG and Klopp, it's just a few acquisitions here and there and then bed them in and we'll probably dip in the market again come January. You know what I mean? We've got the players to do the job. We've got a good squad now and we just have to appreciate what we got, you know. And I've got huge faith that even next year we will do so. And last year was not a normal season for me. The COVID and the injuries and games getting stopped left, right, and centre. So that never count for me. And we still managed to get Champions League football. So I'm in good spirits right now, Ryan. I'm buzzing right now. Honestly, right now I'm a little bit tired now because it's nearly 9:30 in the UK. Yeah, and it's a long weekend. But I'm happy right now. I'm buzzing. Like right now, we wake up, we go to bed, Liverpool on my head. Wake up in the morning, Liverpool. That's what's on my head right now. I mean, just Liverpool.
Before I leave, Laser, before you leave, I want to give me a last thing before you leave. All right. Relegation. So in Watford already relegated and Norwich already relegated. Burnley down in, they are at 18 right now with 34 points.
Yeah.
Leeds in 17 position with 35 points. And Everton in 16th position with 36 points. Who you think will go though?
Ooh, you know what, Ryan? I would have said from before 4 o'clock today, England time, right? I would have said Leeds United, but now I feel like Everton might flop this, you know, because I tell you something, they've got no more home games and they've got 2 red cards. Crucial red cards, you know. You can't afford to do this at this stage. And to buckle that lead at home, you know, the heads went. I just look at them. They got 2 away games. They got Arsenal. I can't remember the other team. There's another tough team in there.
Them have Arsenal.
And Leicester again. Leicester.
No man. Them a play Palace. Last home game, them a play Palace at home.
Oh, Everton, them have 3 more games or 2? Because I know them have a game in hand, innit?
They have the Everton. They have the Everton game. They have the Everton game before the Arsenal game.
Who? Palace?
Palace. Yeah, Everton and Palace.
At which ground? At Goodison Park.
Goodison Park, yeah.
That's going to be a tough game. If Everton don't pick up no points from that game, a draw will take them to 37. Burnley have Villa. And I can't remember, I know they have a note because they got some game in hand. If Everton and Villa pick up the points, Leeds is gone. But right now, I can't call it. If you want me to give you an answer right now, it looks like Leeds. Because the goal difference is bad. The goal difference is horrendous right now, man.
Yeah.
Horrendous. That's a point.
Same.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Minus 38 or whatever it is. That's essentially a point. So right now, it's looking like Leeds. You know what I mean? But something's telling me because Liverpool can do this quadruple, because I'm a man that thinks in these permutations and fate. And
Bro,
I thought,
let me tell you what me think.
yeah.
Liverpool are winning the quadruple and Everton going down.
That's what I'm thinking as well. When West Ham did that thing today and Everton buckled again, because let's be honest, that was a big buckling. I thought to myself, don't tell me the football gods is going to make it happen. Because that's Everton's worst nightmare, you know. Liverpool winning the quad and them get relegated in the same season.
Them will ever relegate. They are the longest team in the Premier League.
Yeah. Never. So it's going to be interesting, you know, right? It's a big, massive week ahead, man. And if you want to add another week on top for our Champions League, it's going to be lovely, man. You know what I mean? Well, I'm proud of the team. Either way, however it ends up, I'm proud of Liverpool. You know, what we have achieved. But because so far now, I'm not going to lie and say it would hurt if I don't win the Champions League. It would hurt me. It would be disappointed. It would.
Most definitely. Last thing though. Who making the top 4? Arsenal or Tottenham Hotspur? So remember.
Tottenham. Yeah, Arsenal flop it now. Flop.
Arsenal, Bridge, the man them lose. Them should lose that game, there, brother.
Yeah, they flop it now. It's done. They're going to find it hard tomorrow night against Newcastle. And if they don't win that game, it's done. It's done. Yeah, because Tottenham have Norwich. The last game's against Norwich. That's a free hit. That's a easy team. Anybody coming, if you want an easiest team to play on the last day at home, Norwich City. So and overall, when I look at the two teams, Tottenham's the better team. The better team. Tottenham just slightly better for me. You know what I mean?
Fair enough, man. But people, I want you guys to go and check out Laser Channel, Bridging. Follow him on Instagram.
Yeah.
Fantastic fans. And me even link him up short. I was trying to come on the Instagram live.
Yeah. Link up though, man. Respect, man. I've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed it a lot, man. So I'm gonna have another piece of food now. I'm gonna have some more chicken and some rice, and then off to sleep and start the day. Cause what time is it now? 9:30 now. So yes, I watch match of the day.
I'm going to pack my bag and think for ready for work and things.
Yeah, well, have a good shift, have a good workings, and we'll link up soon. All right, Ryan.
All right, no flow.
Yeah, respect. Yeah, all right, respect.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. People, make sure you guys smash the like button. Really appreciate it. Yeah. Like up the stream, people. Like it up. Very important. Like it up. We'll be back for the watch along on Tuesday. So let us see. I'm going to leave you guys with my favorite game of all time in the football history. But before I leave you guys with my favorite game, this is what I tell to the Man United fans. They are always trolling all over the place. And Arsenal. Listen to this.
I'll say this directly to Man United fans. Just lower your expectations, man. You're not a decent club anymore. You're not going to challenge for the title. Just be happy. Just embrace that. It's not the despair. It's the hope that kills you. So look at Arsenal. They have no hope. Their fans are having a lovely time.
They're happy as Larry, aren't they?
They're having a gorgeous time. United fans, just give up hope. You will enjoy it far more.
Love it. Love that, man. Love that. Ryan, it's been a pleasure, man. It's been a pleasure.
So, leave you guys to the favorite game. Nothing to top this. The best game this me ever watch Liverpool play in the history. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.
Can Jurgen's men rise against every obstacle in front of them tonight? Still Henderson, safe by the goalkeeper, and in by Divock Origi. And Liverpool have scored early. And Mane's in the middle, there's not much else to aim for. Now there is, it's in! It's Gini Wijnaldum for Liverpool! He's caught in a beauty! Wijnaldum! Oh my! indication of what's going on in this game. Early goal. Origi! Liverpool! He's coming in! He's coming in! What a piece of quick thinking from Trent Alexander-Arnold! And Divock Origi has 2, and Liverpool have 4, and they are on the precipice of the greatest night of European champions.
Wicked.
That's how you do it, Manchester City. That's how you do it. Chen, can you imagine at the age of 20, quick thinking, Divock Origi, the GOAT, the legend? Behave on yourself, rival fans. Thank you, guys.